Hello, let's continue our Sudoku adventure with Micro Cages by Jaze. So this is puzzle number 400, and traditionally I would have made puzzle number 400, but it kind of snuck up on me and I ran out of time. I've been very busy lately and also sick, so I ended up not making a puzzle for 400, but I'm sure this one by Jaze will delight you because it has havers in it. All right, so I'm going to go over the rules carefully. So we do have normal 6x6 Sudoku rules, thankfully. So in every row, every column, and every 2x3 box, we are placing the digits 1 to 6 exactly once each. The havers do not affect that. 1 to 6 go into the cells, like you would expect with Sudoku. We also have killer cages in the grid. You may notice some of them don't seem possible. Don't worry, we have havers. So the killer cages themselves, those are the cells that are surrounded by dotted lines. It's like these, and these. And there's a clue in the top left. Now the values in the cells sum to the clue in the top left. So the value of these 3 sum to 4. The value of these 2 sum to 2, etc. Now how does that work? Because we can't get 2 digits to add to 2, and also digits can't repeat in the cages. So normally these 2 digits could be the same. Now it's the digits that can't repeat, not the values. But let's say normally we could put a 2 and a 2 here by Sudoku, but we can't do that, even if one of them ends up a haver in the killer cage. Okay, so we have 6 havers hidden in the grid. So every row, every column, and every box has exactly 1 haver. Additionally, each digit from 1 to 6 is halved exactly once and only once. So we're going to end up with 1 through 6 exactly once in the 6 haver cells. So if I end up with this being a haver, I'll use green for haver, and this is a haver. If this ends up 1, this is not also a 1. So hopefully that makes sense. And then additionally, for the purposes of killer cages, digits in haver cells count as half their value. Now I'm assuming that an odd digit will count as and a half, so that might be interesting. So yeah, those are the rules. There's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself, and I'm going to get started right now. All right, well, 2 cage is pretty obvious. We need a 1-2 pair in there, and then one of them ends up halved. So we don't know which one, but there's a haver in one of these. That means none of these can be havers. So I'll use a light gray for that to say those aren't havers. This 4 cage is going to need a haver in it. The 2 is already halved. So we could have a 4. I think we might have odd numbers, right? We could do 1/2 plus 2 for 2.5. Then we would need 1.5. So we could do 1, 2, 3 and half both the 1 and the 3. Is there any way to do it without 2 havers? Because we've already halved the 2. So if we only had a single haver, obviously we need a haver because 1, 2, 3 adds to 6, right? Hopefully that's clear. We can't repeat digits. So we're gonna use a haver, and if we use only 1 haver, we have to have an even digit. So if we halved the 4, right? I'll just put it somewhere random. Then that would be 2, and these 2 would have to add to 2 without a haver, and that doesn't work, right? Because 1, 2 is the minimum. That's 3. So we're gonna have 2 havers in here, and it's gonna be 2 odd havers. And because they can't repeat in a row or a column or a box, they're gonna end up here. Let's think about what their value is in a second, but that does mean that this is not the haver, and it does mean that this is the haver. So this is the halved 2, this is a 1. The rest of this box and rest of this column can't be a haver, and the rest of this box and the rest of this row and the rest of this column can't be a haver. Okay. So now what are we having? I was saying we could half the 1 and half the 3 and then add a 2 to that. And I think that's what we have to do. That's a 3, that's a 1, that's a 2. Because if we do anything differently, we're either going to end up with a half somewhere, or we're going to end up with it being too large. Yeah, that's definitely true. Okay. 1 ends up in one of these 2, and it's the non-halved. We've already halved 1, 2, and 3. This is just a 1, 2. Oh, no. No, we have to have something for this. So I think we have to have the 4. So 4, we're going to have a 4, 5, or 6. If we have the 5, that's already 2.5. We need a 1, and we'd need a half a 1 to go with that. If we have the 6, then that's already 3. We don't have a 0. So we are having the 4 in here. The 4 is halved. And That's 2, so it's going to go with a 1. Okay. So there's a 4 up here somewhere. Now we can only have the 5 and the 6. I could have the 6 with a 3 in here. That would be fun. Okay, so how about these cages that don't have halvers? This is 4, 6. It's the only way to get to 10. That puts a 4, 6 down here. Sorry, this is not halved. Let's make that gray. Can we have 2 halvers in here? So the only 2 no, we can't put 2 halvers in here. Why am I even asking that? What was I thinking? Right, okay, so this could be a natural 6, or it could be a halved 6 with a 3. Those are our options. Maybe there's lower hanging fruit here. These are from 3, 5, 6. That's not a 3, so the 3 is up here. If this was 3, this would be 4. It can't be. So that's a 3. If this was 5, this would be 2. And if this was 6, this would be 1. It can't be. So this is 5 and 2. Yeah, let's just do some normal Sudoku at this point. This is 4 and 6 now. That makes a 4, 6 pair. Up here we have 3 and 5. And then this is a digit. This is a 1. And this is a digit. That's a 5. Down here we need a 4 and a 5. Oh, the 10 cage is 4, 6. I somehow didn't notice the 10 cage down there. Sorry about that. We get all of those digits. 8 and 3. Okay, let's fill more. This is a 5. So what do we need here? Is there somewhere easier? This is 2, 3, 5. It's not a 2. This is from 3, 4, 5. That's not 4, that's not 5. So we know that these are going to add to, hold on, what can we have? We can have a 5 or a 6. So even if this was halved, and sorry, this can't be a 5 or a 6. Oh. Yeah, our only halvers left are 5 and 6, so this cannot be a halver. This has to be the 1. And then this is our halved 5 or 6, which is a 5. That makes that 3 and 4, and that does that to 8. Nice, that's 5. That's 3 and 5. That's 2 and 3. This is not a 6. Sorry, this is a 2. That makes this 3, 6. Nice. So the 6 ends up halved. We do it in the corner. Very nice. We get the 4 and the 6 here. We get the 1 and the 4 here. The 4 is halved. All right, this came together. And then we have a 1 and a 2 here. Hold on, let me gray them first. There we go. 2 and 1. Nice. All right, cool. So, yeah, we ended up with 1 through 6 in the halvers. This ended up 6, 3, which is fun. Cool. Well, that was a nice use of halvers, Jaze. I liked that you managed to squeeze in the, we need a halved 5 or 6, and this couldn't be 5 or 6, so it went here. That was a neat step. And that definitely finished off the puzzle. And yeah, I liked thinking about this 4 cage as well. How you specifically removed the 2 as an option, which really helped, I think. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this. I did. And if you did, then why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.